In connection to a shooting that injured a 16-year-old girl and her friend.
We first told you about the crime over the weekend. Police say the teen they arrested today was intimidating that shooting victim in order to keep her from talking. Fox 10 News reporter Andrew Perez joining us in the studio with more on this. Andrew.
Yeah, Bob Lanice, this 16-year-old and her family say they can rest a little easier tonight now that this second arrest has been made. The victim's mother told me she was actually more concerned about the teen that was allegedly threatening her daughter than the teen who's accused of pulling the trigger Saturday night. The victim's family, however, says they want to see both of these suspects stay in jail. And for the first time tonight, the alleged teenage shooter has something to say as well.
A bullet remains lodged in 16-year-old Stacia Smith's leg, and it'll probably stay there for some time. It's an injury she got after an argument over a boy quickly escalated to gunfire over the weekend. Days later, police announced they made a second arrest in connection to the case. 18-year-old Roylando Rhodes here, accused of intimidating Smith and her family.
It frightened me. It really did, and I just cannot sit and let him think that he was going to get away with threatening us, you know, and being involved in something like that.
Amanda Moak says Rhodes just frightened her. She says this is one of the text messages he allegedly sent her daughter shortly after the shooting Saturday night. It's too graphic for TV, but it's basically a strongly worded threat. Police say Rhodes traveled to the victim's home with several other teens Saturday night for what was supposed to be a fist fight between two girls over Facebook pictures. The fight escalated, and police say 17-year-old Justin Campbell pulled out a gun and fired at least 5 shots. He was arrested and charged with second-degree assault, but Smith's mother was outraged when he bonded out less than 2 hours later.
You do not let somebody do a violent crime, you know, commit a violent crime, and then let them out 2 hours later.
We caught up with the alleged shooter at his home, and while he didn't want to appear on camera, he said he did want to apologize.
I'm sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for how it happened. But it's always two sides to a story, and I feel like they're not giving the full story of what completed what happened.
Campbell claims it was all in self-defense, and he's waiting for his day in court to say more. Meanwhile, Smith and her mother say they'll rest a little easier tonight knowing those involved have been arrested.
Now, what makes this worse is that Smith's 2, 3, and 14-year-old siblings were outside the home when all of this went down. As of late this evening, Rhodes was still